Hey ladies and gents, this is Linda, Chic777, and today I'm coming at you with a design team project for Lavish Laces. Now this project I have done for a swap I'm in. This is the last of the swap projects for this particular person. I have instructed her not to watch this video quite yet. And Twindy, you know who you are. Okay, so I'm going to move my sign out of the way and kind of just give you a peek at some of the laces and things I used from Gisela's store. And of course, I will have the links down below to her shop and that. And then, of course, there will be a link to my blog for close-up pictures and things and links to the products I used. And here we go. Let me show you the laces. Okay, so first up, use this really pretty rosette trim. It's kind of a fun, different one. I like it a lot. Yeah, just a sweet, nice little trim. Okay. And then I also used this beautiful lace. And this I love because it's really versatile. Of course, you can cut out the individual leaves to place behind flowers on your layouts and things like that. But just a beautiful lace. And then I used quite a few little laces. I used this cute little bow lace, which I've used on projects before, because it is, like I said, cute! I love it. Love it. And then I used this little puffy heart trim, because I have used it before. And again, cute! Love it. And then I used this lace right here. Okay. Just a sweet little lace. And then I used, this is actually some doilies that Gisela had in her shop. And I actually cut this up and you'll be fascinated to see how I used it. All right, I am going to adjust my camera upward so that you can see exactly what I made. And here we go. Dun, da, da, dun! I have made an embellishment organizer. I found this cute thing at just one of our local stores, not a craft store or anything like that, just kind of a one-stop shopping, groceries, you know, everything you need. And they have some home decor items. And I found this, and when I saw it, I mean, it's all metal. And I saw it, and I immediately like, oh, I gotta have it. Because the butterflies all over that you can see in the back behind the little votive candle holders, because this person happens to just love butterflies. And like I said just a second ago, these are actually votive candle holders, but you know me, I'm going to turn it into some kind of something. So I turned it into an embellishment organizer. And actually, since this is kind of a butterfly theme, I actually bought a bunch of those little like 1-inch nylon butterflies to fill in those little cups. So when this person gets it, they will be full of little butterfly embellishments that she gets to use. So, all right, I'm going to move my, and I think it's cute, isn't it? I'm going to move my camera in a little bit closer and we'll get up close and personal with what I have made. Okay. And I'm glad I showed you the laces I used from Gisela's shop at first, because you know me, I'm going to put layer upon layer upon layer of stuff, so you don't really see the laces all that much. Okay. So basically what I did, like I said, this was all metal. And the first thing I did is took like a kind of cream color acrylic paint, mixed it with sand as my usual thing, and the whole thing is textured city with this acrylic paint. And then this gal loves like aqua colors. And so what I did is took an acrylic paint that was aqua kind of color, mixed it with water and thinned it out, and then I sprayed the entire thing, which is why you're kind of seeing aqua color hue along, you know, like the butterflies and things like that, just to kind of, and I mixed some shimmer stuff in it, some clear shimmer too, so that it would kind of be like a shimmery spray paint type thing. Okay, so I think, I'm trying to think the best way to get in and look at this thing. I'm going to like turn this, I'm going to move it back over, and I'm going to turn this around so you can kind of see the back side first, because it's like the easiest to start explaining on. So around we go. And this thing is actually quite heavy because the base, you know, is a real heavy metal. Okay, so there we go. Am I in view? Am I in view? Yep. Okay, so there's the back of it. Now you can really kind of see, you know, how many butterflies. Those are all metal this thing had. And one of the things I did, okay, I'm going to just kind of zoom down into the bottom. Let's see if I go the right way. Indeed I did. So you can see the very back, you can already see like all that lace that I showed you. And what I did is I took that lace and just completely wrapped it around the base of this entire thing, front and back. So you kind of see leaves in the front, leaves in the back. So that way on the back side, it's kind of got some pretties on it. On the very bottom, kind of bring it in this way, you can kind of see here, I used like my artist stencil. And I took some just acrylic, the aqua acrylic paint, mixed it with a little bit of sand to use for my stenciling. Let me see if I can get in a little bit closer so you can kind of see it. And I'll tip this. There you go. Now you can kind of see my stenciling in there. And I did that in various places. I did it along the base. I did it on some of the butterflies, kind of front and back. All you can kind of see as I move up there, you see, you can even kind of see some of, you know, the stenciling in here, just in various places to give it more texture as if it needed it. But, you know, I'm going to do it. Okay, and so I'm going to adjust my camera again. I could take the camera off the tripod, but we're working it right now, so we'll see what we do. So here is kind of the back side. Let me zoom out just a bit. Little mixture of flowers and stuff going on. Now, most of these, I'd say 95% of the flowers is all Wild Orchid craft flowers that you can find at Gisela's shop. And these are like some of my favorites, especially these aqua color ones. You know, doing this swap with this wonderful woman, and she loves aquas. I have always kind of loved the color aqua. Now I'm like super in love with it. My eye looks for anything aqua colored. It's a fun, fresh color. Anyway, so I'm going to kind of bring it a little bit. There we go, and tip it up. So you can see all the flowers. I piled like a ton of flowers and stuff in here, and these flowers. And if I turn it just to the side a little bit, you can see a ton more flowers all peeking out in there. And a lot of my flowers, if they were just kind of white, I took that acrylic paint mixed with water and kind of sprayed that too to just give it a slight aqua hue. Okay, now these two things right here, I'm gonna adjust my camera down again. There we go. These two things right here, this is a flower that I made, and I used Gisela's pieces here. I used this that I showed you at the beginning as the base. Okay, you can kind of see it right around the edge here. And then I put some lace. I just gathered some lace just with hot glue around the inside of it. And then what I did is I again took this flower and I cut the center out of it, which left me all this yummy ruffle here. And I ruffled it and kind of hot glued it right in the center of that. And I even left the netting on it that was on that rosette, ruffled it in the center, and then I kind of gave it a spritz of the acrylic spray paint. And so a little handmade flower. So that used, you know, two of these, this whole thing in its entirety, and then this outer edge. And this outer edge, you know, like I said, has the netting on it. And then all I did was kind of hot glue and gather in the center. All with hot glue, didn't pull out my needle or anything like that, and sewing thread, just all hot glue, made a cute little puffy flower. Now, this cute little butterfly, I know, made out of this doily that I showed you. When I was looking at this, you know, I could have just laid it down as a doily, of course, but I just wanted to do something different with it. So what I did is I actually individually cut out 4 of these. And these even, if you wanted to, you could cut them out and use them as leaves on a project or a doily, or do what I did. Cut out 4 of these individually. I layered them on an oval punch, you know, I used an oval punch, punched it out, and then I layered the 4 little, let's say, wings onto that oval punch, hot glued it, and then I laid down some teeny tiny, I didn't show you this, but this is from Gisela's shop, this teeny, is this one from, Nope, I'm thinking half back, the flat back. Sorry, this isn't. This is just for my stash. But she does, which I did use on my project. I'll show you some teeny tiny flat back pearls that I got from Gisella's shop. But this isn't the flat back. This is just the normal pearls. So I cut a couple of those and laid them down just for decoration. And then I put 2 flower stamen over the top of that. And then I added some feather on that just to give it a little shabby chicness. And then I layered these cute, which you can barely see, but they're in there, these cute little acrylic pearl-shaped gems here. And then a little wild wicker craft flower on top of that. And then I just kind of hit all my flowers and embellishments. You know how I like to hit it with my acrylic paint mixed with sand to give it texture. So I kind of did that on the flower here. But anyway, took that cute little doily, made it into a butterfly. I know! I can't believe it. Turned out super cute. Because, you know, I want something on the back. Got to have something on the back of it because, you know, in case it gets turned around, don't want the backside looking too ugly. Okay, so move my camera back over. I'm going to go out, make sure I'm all the way out. All right, and then we're going to kind of go to the front side. Back to the front. So now I told you I wrapped that one lace all the way around. Okay, and now I am going to take my camera off the tripod because I think it's going to be just a slight easier to show you all this other stuff up close than moving my camera in and out. Okay, so one moment as I tip the camera out of its little holder here. There we go. Move my tripod out of the way. Bring it on in. Okay, let me get down on my knees here because that's going to be a little easier for me. Let's start up on like the butterflies. So some of the butterflies in the back, all of them, you know, I put something on all of them. So, you know, and I didn't, some of them, boy, let's start that thought again. Some of them I wanted to look real fancy. So I actually created more lacy butterflies. As you can see here, I just gathered up some lace, added some pearl stamen, added a couple of large halfback pearls and a flower. And I attached it to a oval punch on the back. Made that, like I said, by hand. And I attached it to the front of this butterfly. Okay. And then the next one, I just used some flat back pearls just for my stash. Just to give it a little something. I wanted all the butterflies to have something. But I didn't want, like, all of them to be lacy. Because I thought with the way the bottom looked, that would just be, like, way too much. Okay. This butterfly in the back. Now this one, I'm going to kind of come around this way. It's just got some halfback pearls, and then I put a little flower in the center. Same with this one back here. A couple of halfback pearls on each side, flower in the center. Right? This one, I just ran 4 halfback pearls down the center. Because I didn't want to just leave them all plain either, because then it wasn't enough. So, and this one again, halfback pearl, flower in the center. Coming down to just a run of halfback pearls. And then this one is just another little lacy butterfly that I made just like the other one. Little lace. And I've got a tutorial on how to make these. It's a, you know, last year tutorial I put out. But I do have a tutorial on how to make these kind of cute little shabby chic butterflies. Okay? All right, and then now let's start on the little votive holders, okay? Since we're kind of coming down around to those. Now, this one has that cute little heart trim from Gisella's shop. And now all these votive holders, this is the tiny, tiny flat back pearl trim from Gisella's shop. Really tiny. I can't tell if it's white or cream, but anyway, so I've got that wrapped around over the top of that cute heart trim. And then I've got just a little sheer bow. And then on this one, I put a little wild wicker craft flower, again from Gisella's shop. And then I added just this number. It's like a little bead landing charm. And I added it because it had a little teal paint on it already. And I like odd numbers, so why not? Okay. And then as we go up to this little candle, I'm calling it a candle holder, but really these, like I said at the beginning, these are embellishment holders. This has that cute little bow trim around it. The little tiny flat back pearls, a little sheer bow from my stash, a little wild wicker craft flower, and then this has got a little Prima zipper hanging from it, and it says cute. Or as I like to say it with me, cute! They should make that saying, and it would be C with like 10 U's and TE. All right, it's late. I'm being silly. Okay, now this particular one, this is just some little, it's kind of like a scallop trim just from my stash I got at Joann's. And then again with the pearls, little sheer bow, wild orchid craft flower, and then a little bead landing key. Okay, up to this top one. This is a trim from Gisela's shop I showed you. Cute little scallop trim there. The pearls, sheer bow again, wild orchid craft flower, and a hanging butterfly charm. Imagine that! Okay, and then this bottom one, and I didn't show you, but it is from Gisela's shop. It's a teeny tiny little flower trim. Really cute, really cute. With the halfback pearls. I know I didn't show you because I'm going around to this side so you can see it better. It's gone. I've used it on my last few projects and I don't have any more. Little sheer bow, a little wild orchid craft flower, and then a little bead landing lock. Okay, now let's take a peek-see at all the yummy layered stuff on the inside. So I'm sitting here wondering why, when I'm layering all this stuff, I wanted something in here because I wanted to create a little bit of height coming up because I knew I wanted to use this cute frame here. And I thought, ooh, a hot air balloon. I'll make it like the hot air balloons kind of floating up amongst the butterflies. It's just starting its descent up and the butterflies are flying all around it. And there's my story of the day. So what it is, that is just a little Recollections metal hot air balloon from Michaels. And then I took some wire, some little curly wire that I had, and I wrapped it around the hot air balloon and then kind of tucked it down in and wrapped it around the bar that's hidden in here. There's, let me go over this way and I'll show you. Dun, 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 right here. You can kind of see in there. Yep, see that bar going all the way across? I wrapped that wire down around that, and then of course I glued it so that it would be secure and look as like the hot air balloons flying amongst the butterflies. And then of course I added a lot of texture paint to it that you can see. So right below this little embellishment holder. Now we're going to go to embellishment holder. This is, of course, a Tim Holtz ornate frame. This is a little wooden, what's the word I want to say? Wooden plaque or whatever you want to call it. Reality has limits. Imagination is boundless. I thought that was cute because the hot air balloon and stuff like that. And from my stash. And then I've got just some little gears I placed on each side of that. Okay, as you come down into this whole mess, you can see all these flowers. I have layered flowers upon flowers. I'm going to come around and show you. There's flowers behind things. I mean, a ton. So you can see I used a ton of wild orchid craft flowers on this project. Okay, and then I've also got some petaloo flowers just for some more, teal aqua color in there. Okay, now intermix the flowers. I wanted to put a little Prima because I love these. I love these water faucets. So I glued in a little Prima water faucet, little junkyard finding, because what I wanted to do is coming out amongst the flowers and look like it was raining down and watering the flowers down below. Okay, and then of course I like to put an XO on everything, so I'm watering my X and O as well. So this is just a little XO from my stash. And then you all know I love those junkyard findings, the new metal gears from Prima with the heart shapes in them. So I've got a large gear in here. Hidden way in the back, I've got another like little faucet knob. It says Joy back in there. And then I've got some more like Tim Holtz gears in here. Bunch of flowers and stuff all along in there. I've got some little Prima wood leaves kind of tucked in there, little rosebuds, all sorts of fun stuff going on in there. Okay, along the front I've got a teeny tiny, those little white wood fences. They're already painted white. You can either get the natural color or the white. Got them from Joann, so that runs the length of this whole butterfly holder here. And then of course in front of that I've got the word dream because I thought that went really well with that quote, reality has limitation or has limits. Imagination is boundless. Dream, right? And then I crackled it with, I gessoed it first and then crackled it with the Tim Holtz crackle. There you can kind of see it. Really nice, just kind of light crackle. Added some acrylic paint to it. Hit it, the teal paint, and then hit it with the acrylic paint mixed with sand. Now behind there, I used some other products from Gisella's shop. You can see that teal back there. That is a beautiful teal rosette trim, and it kind of goes the whole length here right behind that. That's from Gisella's shop. And what I'll do is kind of turn this a little bit so you can get a better look. Trying not to move my camera, so I'm just moving the project. There it is. You can see that beautiful teal rosette trim. Beautiful. And then this is also a trim from Gisella's shop. This is, it's like a rosette trim, but it's not. The trim is in the shape of a bow. Okay, so I've got like that running clear behind on the backdrop in front of that lace. Then I've got a whole, I'm going to say probably 3, 4, 5 inches maybe of this cute bow rosette bow trim, and then the teal rosette trim in front of that. Okay, and then intermixed in there, I've got more flowers and stuff like that laying back in there. I've got a Prima wood butterfly kind of tucked in there. I wanted to add more butterflies as if I needed any more. Okay, and then down at the bottom on this fence, all I did was just kind of spray to give it shimmer and add acrylic paint. I didn't crackle it or anything like that. The acrylic paint mixed with sand. Okay, and then I had a bunch of wild orchid craft flowers. Again, I think all these flowers, like I said, 90-95% of them are from Gisella's shop, except obviously the petaloo flowers. So I've got a bunch of flowers layered on the front of the fence, and then kind of in here, and it kind of, you know, tucks down back around the fence. All these cute little cherry blossoms, all from Gisella's shop. Just love these. I love to layer and layer and layer flowers. I like it to look full and like luxurious. On the front of this, you know me, I like clocks, so I've got a cute little Prima wooden clock. I love these ones they came out with. Looks like the little bell clock. Super cute. And then I've got a little birdie on the fence hanging out over here. And then over to this left side, this is one of those recollections clips from Michaels, and all I did is, and they come with like the ones I have pink flowers, and I took the pink flower off and I just added a white flower that I had sprayed teal acrylic paint on. And then it's kind of clipped onto the fence there, and then kind of clipped under it is another little Tim Holtz gear there. So to kind of bring in the gears a little bit, you know, you want everything in threes, so 1 gear, 2 gear, 3 gears. Anyway, so there is that. And then what I've got, let me see if I can reach to the side. You're still looking at pretties, not doing the camera too much. Opening the bag here. Now these are all mixed up, but when I put them in, I will separate them by color because I won't be able to stand that they're all mixed up. But I have, let me set this down so I can open it. I have, like I said, these little nylon butterflies, and I've got teal or creams and, you know, kind of blue colors, things like that. And so they will be filled all the way full of these cute little nylon butterflies because, you know, it's for a swap. So she'll get this butterfly ensemble filled with butterflies. She'll be encased in butterflies. But I hope she loves it. I had a lot of fun making it. I love to just look for different things. Like I said, this was a votive candle holder, and I love turning it into, you know, a beautiful thing to display in your craft room and use as an embellishment organizer. Or if she wants, she might want to go ahead and put candles in it. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I hope she likes it. All the links down below, did I say? I always say it, so I forget if I say it. The links down below to Gisella's shop, and then to my blog for close-up pictures and things like that. Thanks for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.